What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're taking a look at particularly L1 development team and their sprint coming up. What are they building? What's on the shopping list to get through? Likewise, we're going to take a look at the supply, what's going on with that, as well as the interchain wallet, and a quick look at the price, because the market's pretty volatile right now. Could be a real opportunity for you to trade and make some money. So before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date with everything going on in the crypto market, and let's get into it. So like we said, had a pretty aggressive drop off in the last couple of hours. We saw Bitcoin tank down to 22.5, has bought back in a little bit. Now, are people pricing in the expectations of the FOMC meeting coming very soon? People talking 25 basis points. The FOMC, the Fed, don't want to see the markets move significantly just yet. There is still a debate around inflation and is it the right time. But if you want to trade, it's a real opportunity to trade a lot of your favorite cryptocurrencies. Check the link down below. Sign up to Mexi. You're going to get yourself some cheaper trading fees as well as supporting the channel. They do offer obviously great trading fees as well as a $9,000 bonus if you sign up and do some of the action. So definitely go and check it out. But Luna Classic just broke back into the 17s, is down 5%. Now we know that it moves more aggressively than we see with the rest of the crypto market. But look, time will tell. We obviously have had a lot of noise about all nodes, etc. I'm not going to get into it because you've seen it all over Twitter. I'm not going to get into it. I don't feel like I know enough about it to comment on it. I'll let other people kind of crack on with that. Whereas I want to talk specifically about this, the layer 1 sprint from January the 23rd up until February the 3rd. Now, there's quite a bit in here, gives us a bit of a sneak peek, a bit of a snippet into exactly what the L1 team are working on. If we work through this, you can see that they're going to assess the viability of using Cosmo Vision for future chain upgrades, develop on-ramp for Station Wallet. Now, this was something talked about a number of months ago, that an on-chain, the ability to buy Luna Classic directly from the interchain wallet, then stopping the use to go through exchanges. Therefore, we get the burn tax, we get that deflationary nature on Terra Luna Classic, much more aggressive than we have been seeing. Also, proposals or workthroughs are established automated testing and creating documentation around the L1 changes. Now, remember, when they bring this information out, it normally is pretty good. You can also see who is editing this stuff up here. If we get into ready, so this is almost things ready to go ahead. Again, a little sneak peek. No one else is talking about this stuff. I'm bringing to it straight away. It says create governance proposal for a 50% of the burn tax and 50% to the treasury burn wallet. And it looks like a proposal there from Edward Kin. Important and interesting. The IVL 0.19.4. We'll see what that comes out. And they create the Agora governance proposal for the Mave Tendermint. So definitely some pretty strong coding proposals being put forward, and certainly Agora Forum feels like it's going to get some pretty good proposals put forward. We have the Backport Mint initial deposit, the test and upgrade the IBC Denon whitelist. Obviously, this is part of that Binance burn mechanism that we've got. The Agora governance proposal for Note Conical GitHub. Remember what that is. Allows us to not have to go to the Terra Rebels to implement any changes to the code that we want to do. It is ultimately put by a community governance. In draft, deploy the version 1.0.5 to the validators, and we can actually check that. It looks pretty much set to go through. If not, once the time goes, that will obviously land, and then it's a case of actually posing that coding through and getting that on board with us. And then in review, currently we've got the module path whitelist concept, the FeetWasm upgrade, and the constrained pool to ensure Lunc can never have more than 2 trillion supply. Very interesting. The ambition obviously being 10 billion, but once we kind of keep going down to that point, it just makes things a bit different, and an absolute desire to get to 2 trillion. So there we go. That is in a week. Insane in terms of what they're doing, or just over a week, about 9 days, what the L1 team are building. And for me, really good in terms of transparency. It allows us to really see what they're working on, and specifically the kind of movement that the L1 team are doing. You can see there's a lot in there around Tendermints, there's a lot in there around code specific detail, and equally working towards supporting and continuing that Binance burn that's so important right now in removing supply from Terra Luna Classic. We can obviously take a look at that. Currently 62 million gone in the last day. If we look at the week, again, you can see there 101.5 million just through burn taxes. And what you will note here is no minting. Remember, that is officially done and dusted. So we therefore see no more minting of Luna Classic. You can almost see here it landed on the week, and obviously we are well past that, which is a good thing to do. We also have staking, and a lot of people ask me in my live streams, a lot of people send me DMs on Twitter saying, hey, why are my staking rewards down? Why am I not getting as much? The honest answer is we are almost as high as we have ever been with staking. There is more Terra Luna Classic locked up than ever before. 903 billion to be precise. It's 13.15% of the turtle supply. And again, you can see here back in December the 29th was where we were at 901 billion. So we have obviously passed and continuing to rise up. People really understanding the benefit both of staking to you as the investor and how that then can be used by our validators to vote on proposals that are being put through and ultimately then supports the longevity of the chain. Now, we still are waiting for everything to be implemented on the interchain wallet. Obviously, we have the governance, etc., but staking is still there as well. But when we want to get into swaps, we still don't have that. You can see here TFM web app instead. So you have to go to the TFM web app. Same with history, and we don't see a lot of detail on here. Now, this has obviously been worked out. We have the mobile application that work has been continued and carried on with. But overall, it still feels pretty exciting for Terra Luna Classic. It feels like we're going in the right direction. What we need, that market sentiment, a good week in terms of the L1 development, and I think we definitely started to see a good move in the market. The market feels like it's trying to come back in. Is that FOMC priced in? If we get a good result out of the Fed, we could be in for a pretty explosive weekend, both in Bitcoin and equally the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Now, remember, the Fed is together for the next 2 days, so we'll obviously be talking about that on the live stream in the next 48 hours. Hopefully, we get a good result. We're thinking market's pricing probably in 25 basis points. Let's see, it could even be 0, but I don't think so. I think the Fed will try and rein it back in, given the move we've had in the crypto market as well as the stocks over the last couple of days. But very interesting. What we do know, though, Terra Luna Classic continues to build. Our development team, remember that we have paid for the first quarter. We got 3 months of this, and if we continue to see sprints like we've got coming over the next 9 days, then there's going to be some pretty exciting things coming with Terra Luna Classic. That is for sure. As ever, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Join nearly 14,000 amazing members and viewers on this channel. It's all free. You just click the button. And I thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.